Today is Monday, October 15, 2018. Welcome to a daily recap. We got a bunch of new members since last time. So welcome you guys, whoever's new. Just say you're new since last time from the daily recap. Anybody within the last week join? So we're in the daily recap channel. This is how we interact with members. So you type in and you just watch me and listen to me on the webinar. So 2 days ago, Sharky, cool. Cool. Okay. So for those that don't know, we do this daily recap. I used to do this every day, but it's so draining, guys. It's just like really tiring because I put too much heart and soul into this. And a lot of times you need time to digest the lesson anyways. And so, every couple of days would be good, like when there's a good lesson. So this is how I usually do it. I trade in the morning. So in the morning, we have a pre-market plan. Alex does the watch list. And so it's in the watch list channel. And then I post my charts and my lines. Okay, so my whole strategy revolves around resistance lines. Resistance and support lines. It's also pivot line. Pivot lines are basically, you can Google all this stuff. It's also resistance lines. So the whole concept for me, I dumb it down as much as I can to the concept of simple lines. It's more complex, obviously. This is very rudimentary, elementary, fundamental stuff. But dude, this gets you pretty much right there, man. For someone starting out, this is pretty much, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, right? I'm not a CFA. I'm not licensed. I'm just a dude that trades, right? And so for me, I found this to be a winning formula. So this has been my edge for a long time, guys. So now I'm sharing with you guys, and the guys that are in the room, I've been since the launch, and just a month ago. We only launched like 7 weeks ago. How are the lines working out, guys? Have you found the lines to be a very good educational and profitable strategy? I'll let the members talk in the daily recap. I just make sure because I'm trying to tweak stuff out, see what works and what doesn't, and then. But the lines basically do this, guys. It basically it eliminates the guessing. Because when I started trading, a lot of times it's based upon guessing. I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to enter? I swear to God, dude, this is how trading works, man. When you start as a newbie, you fucking follow a mentor or whatever. You think he's a guru, whatever. You get into the chat room and he's like, oh shit, this guy bought. So you're fucking chasing his shit blindly. You have no clue what to buy, what to sell. You're just hoping that you bought and it goes up and then you sell. And that's your strategy. So my whole concept of the lines is to reduce this guessing for you guys, right? The lines actually, I dumb it down, but the lines are basically support and resistance. So they're very powerful things, man. If you just trade solely on lines and no level 2, you'll be okay. Let me repeat that, dude. Charting is very important. Charting is better than level 2. Of course, you need all the data if you want everything. You want prints, you want data, all that. But for me, level 2, man, all that stuff, it's basically a manipulation tool. If I want to sell a big size, I'm not going to put a big order in. So right now on AGRX, let's take a look at AGRX. You see 122,000 shares on offer. It's pretty legit. It just means that, dude, they want this shit to go down. It could be they're covering or they're shaking. This is the zombie hour. So what they're doing is they're shaking out all of the long positions. It could be a number of things, see? And it's gone. So basically, it's masked by now. The ADX is now. So basically, there's a lot of gaming going on. Gaming, when I talk about gaming, it means like manipulation, right? These guys are talking about dude. This shit fucking. There is such thing as manipulation, dude. Trust me, man. I traded bulletin boards. I traded penny stocks for longer than these guys been alive, dude. And there's a lot of manipulation, and you know what, man? There's spoofing games. There's all this stuff. Spoofing is when you put a giant bid or a giant offer. And so what they do is, like, if they want to cover on the bid, they put like 100,000 shares on the offer. Who the fuck is going to hit that, right? And so you're selling it. If you're a newbie just trading off of level 2, you're going to be selling to them. And they're buying this shit up right now. Who knows what the game is? I don't know if it's going to tank or not. So this is the guessing thing I want to eliminate from you guys, right? I don't want you guys to start guessing. Because when Like, dude, how the fuck? I don't even want you guys to start thinking and reading the tape. This is advanced stuff. It's like, there's no need for you to read the tape. Just look at the fucking lines. Say, look at this, dude, 105. Remember there was 122,000 shares there? Where's that guy? So when you're talking about manipulation, the manipulation is going on. So those guys are making fun of people and things, you know, it's like, dude, it's fucking manipulation, okay? It's a 70-cent stock that went up to a fucking dollar. It's fucking manipulation, dude. It's just not fucking natural trading shit, okay? I don't give a fuck what they say. Dude, you know, my fucking record speaks for itself, and who the fuck are they? Anyways, there's algos, there's all sorts of shit. And the thing is, I don't want you to start thinking about this shit. That's not the game plan, okay? My whole game plan is I want to give you guys a simple strategy that's effective, that you just fucking, and then later on you'll be learning more stuff, dude. Of course, this is so basic, elementary stuff, meaning like I dumbed it down as much as I can dumb it down for you. And so this is a concept of lines, okay? The lines is the resistance lines and all that. And AGRX is actually very difficult because it broke. Let me show you what it looks like, AGRX. It broke the last week's high of 108. So when it broke that, and then you bring up a chart like AGRX, and let me bring up the chart right now for you guys. This is a 1-year chart on AGRX. There's very little data in between the 1 and the 2. So we call this a gap. And so when it breaks, so what's going to happen is this. If it goes over, there's a potential for what's called a gap fill. It means these lines going to connect. It's going to go back to $2. That's the theory behind the pumpers. They want it to go back to $2. And the chart says that it potentially can. Whether or not it does, who the hell knows? Seriously, who the fuck knows? This is just day one of the consolidation move. So look at what happened here. Last week, it tested at 108 and it dropped down all the way to here. And now it stabilized and now it popped back up. So what's going to happen? Who the hell knows? It could drop back down tomorrow. Who the hell knows? Seriously, I don't know. I'm not a freaking guru guy. I'm just trading off the lines, okay? And so this one's very difficult to find a line. So the first line actually was 108, guys, because the top is the resistance. And so when it broke 108, it went to 114, which is okay. That's fine. So it's around there. So I just want to talk before I forget how I knew that how did I enter 113? This is as easy as it sounds like some sort of mathematical wizard shit. You know what I did, guys? I'll tell you the secret. I didn't do shit. I waited for this thing to hit the top. And then when it hit the top, guys, let me show you what happened. This house, you go, holy fuck, you know. That was not a genius after all. Let's do the 1-day chart. I didn't do shit, dude. I covered here. Remember, I told you I shorted up here at the dollar line. I covered here. So I just waited. I'm like, fuck, this thing's going crazy. Why am I stepping in during zombie hour? This is past 10:30. Don't know what the top is. I don't know what the top is. So I let it exhaust itself. When it went back up, that's when I started to short around that area. So all I did was I waited, guys. Seriously. So let's pull up this chart again. Let me show you what I did. I didn't do anything fancy, man. Seriously, guys. Here's my AGRX trade. The top was set, and all I did was I put my orders back out and hope it went back up. And it did. That's what I call a double top. So a double top, guys. I didn't do anything fucking genius. I waited for the top. I waited for everybody to kill themselves, all the shorts, right, to kill themselves. So what happened was this. Whenever there's a parabolic move, it means like people are chasing both long side and all that. I mean, shorts just got trapped, dude. Shorts got fucked. It's zombied basically, right? And so I didn't do anything, guys. I just waited for the top to form. So I looked at it around 110. I was like, shit, dude. And then it was 113. Cool. So all I did was I waited and I waited for this double top. I waited for the top to hit. When the top hit, I just put some orders there. That's it. That makes sense? I didn't do shit. I just expected a double top to hit off of a parabolic move. So whenever a top hit off a parabolic move, I'm just taking that little move down. It's a little front side scalp. That's all I'm doing. I'm not loading the boat on this, guys. If you take a look, I'm not loading the boat. I just scaled in the 110 line in the top, boom. And then we went down. I just covered, dude. Because off of a parabolic, there's going to be retrace, meaning it's going to be a dip. it parabolic up, dude. That means it exhausted itself. All the people wanted to buy, fucking bought. All the people wanted to sell, sold. So there's only one way down, one way to go, right down. And that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking at that one drop and I covered. This is a little advanced shorting strategy, but it's not hard, right? Off of a parabolic, I waited for the top to hit. Then I put my orders out at the top and hoping for a double or triple top. And then when that confirmed as a double or triple top, it dropped down because now everyone's like, oh shit, that's a top. And it dropped down and I covered. Boom, done. Made money before the daily recap, and now look, it's tanking down again. But I'm not going to fuck with it because so what I know is I covered some at 98 cents. So that became the bottom support now. So if I wanted to buy long, I would buy 98, around the 98s, 99 cents. There's a point in the dollar line right now. Any questions, guys? You guys hearing this? Does it make sense? Making sure you guys are still around. So let me tell you what, let me recap what happened again. It parabolic, all I did was wait for the top. So it became the backside, the temporary backside, guys. Not the confirmed backside all the way. I'm just taking moves, right? I'm looking moves. This is still all front side, guys. This is all front side. This is day one stuff. And so within day one stuff, there's also like temporary local areas I can scalp in. So I'm just looking for the double top. That's all I'm doing. So it happened to be the double top of a parabolic. When a parabolic, sometimes we'll go more, sometimes less. But dude, I'm safe. My entry's up here. So it's not like I'm chasing from down here, guys. You see what I'm saying? I'm waiting for it to exhaust itself. Then I'm putting out my fucking starter positions. Is it true that the more times the resistance support gets hit, the higher chance it will break? I hate this kind of question because it depends, man. It fucking depends. I've seen fucking shit consolidate all fucking day and then boom, break up and then shit that goes down. It depends on the stock. It depends on the chart. There's no answer to that. All I know is this: if it's down that area, it's a buy. Before the zombie hour, it's a buy. During the zombie, it's a buy. Around 2 o'clock, 2:30, I'm not touching that shit because that's a trend reversal. Remember we talked about the times. Those are just my observation, guys. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I've been trading off of those observations, and it's been working for me. How did I know it's not going to break out? I didn't know it's not going to break. I did not know, dude. I'm taking a chance out off of a parabolic. I've seen it so many times off of a parabolic that if it double top, that's usually the temporary top. We're not talking about a $15 stock that's an AMD. That you can do that too. I'm just talking about doing this and seeing so much volume. You see this million volume bar here? Boom. It just killed all the shorts. And then when it went up there, it exhausted itself. I mean, dude, it can't go on forever. Some of them can. Just be careful. Some of them can. But I'm looking at this. It's pretty thick. It's 19 million. It's not a thin stock that's going to rape me. So if I'm wrong, I can get out. And my starters are up here, so it's not like I'm down that much. Do you feel trading is intellectually stimulating? Oh, this is not the time for a daily recap. Do you feel trading is intellectually stimulating? I don't want it to be intellectually stimulating, to be honest. I want it to be boring, robotic, and just fucking stress-free, guys. I'm not fucking here to challenge myself like a Sudoku puzzle and shit, right? I'll fucking want to make my money, get the fuck out. I'm not here to stimulate and challenge myself. No brain teasers. I hate fucking, this ain't no SAT question, man. I want this shit to be elementary. 1 + 1 = 2 and get the fuck out. Seriously, that's what it is, guys. So I gave you guys another strategy today. How do you trade off of a parabolic, okay? Off of a parabolic, this is what you do, guys. If you're long a stock and it's parabolic and you're fucking doing great, wait till it hits the top, and then you see where the top is, and then put some sell orders there because it's going to retest that a little bit. Look at that. See, $1 line. Dude, you could win. See, I told you the $1 line. This is the history repeats itself. It's not dead yet, dude. It's gonna, if it's got a chance of dying. Usually, I see that it's around 2 o'clock, 2:30. I call it the trend reversal observation. Okay. And that's just my own thing, dude. I'm not a data scientist. This is just observation that I've been seeing. Does it make sense? So if you're long a position, so this is how you can trade along. If you happen to be long on AGRX, fucking let it go and see if it didn't double top here. See, it double topped here. I would have been probably out at 110, be happy as hell, to be honest. Why the fuck are you going to stay around to make another 4 cents, 3 cents? You're not going to be able to sell 114. You might be selling 113 at the most. So take the meat of the fucking move. If you're long, take the meat of the fucking move and get out around 110. It double topped and then it broke up. You see that? And so that's why, so the whole thing is you take the meat. You don't know where the top is. You know how you can find at the top? You let it hit the top. Let me repeat that. How do I know what the top is? I let it hit the top. And then once it hit the top, I can go in and then place my orders. Same thing with a long or a buy. Makes sense? When it hit the top, now I can start putting in my sell orders. And a sell is a sell, guys. It doesn't matter if it's a short or a long sell, right? Short sell or off of a long. So that's how I do it, dude. It's no brainer. I let it hit the top. How do I know what the top is? I don't. I let it hit the top by itself. And then I go back to the secondary move. This is a very powerful concept, guys. This is how I fucking top tick shit. I don't necessarily, there's 2 ways to top tick. Okay. The first way is I remember last week I talked about wish lists. I have a bunch of wish lists. If it fucking hit open, boom, I'm good. Like wish list at MBEV at the open was around the 650 line. It didn't hit. It dropped down. It zombied it here. So I had a bunch of wish lists. So when it hits me on the wish list, usually I'm in very small because it's the extreme line and it hit me. But the money maker is the double rejection, the triple rejection area. So I let the parabolic go. And then when the parabolic hits the top, that's when I put in my orders in around that area. And so that's the secret to shorting, guys. I can't hear Val. It's going to be recorded, so whoever can't hear it, it's going to be recorded. So someone type in the chat? It's going to be recorded. We'll post to this room later to record. So that's a fucking good trick that I really have not told anybody because the situation never really came for me to teach it. So like I said, man, there's so many of these tricks that only through experience I've learned. And so when it comes up, I'm going to do the daily recap for you guys. So not every day is going to be a daily recap. Remember, I told you to remind me AGRX because it's very good. I had very confident that was pretty much the top because that was a parabolic move. And when parabolic moves, if you're early on the parabolic move and you think that's the top, you're dead. You're going to cover the top every single time. You let it exhaust itself, and then you put the orders in. All right, so that covers AGRX, guys. And the thing is this. So the guide I use for AGRX is always a couple of things. So when I looked up this thing, the first thing I always do is I play with the time frames. The first time frame I always play with is when was the last move? So based on the last move, I'm going to replicate that chart. So I'm going to trade around the tops of that chart. So the last moves was 90 cents. You see this 90-cent line? And then this 108. So those are the 2 lines, guys. This happened to blow the fuck out of everybody. So you got to be careful. It blew the fuck out of everybody at 10:30. So once again, the 10:30 fucking Rob Zombie rule worked. I don't give a damn what these motherfuckers. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just so pissed off at these guys because they're trying to detract you guys from learning, and it really upsets me because they make fun of our rules and stuff, but our rules are fucking gold. These rules are based on my own experience. It's like this is the way I teach guys. I mean, the only thing I can teach you guys is what I know. I don't know everything, but shit, I know enough for you guys to be profitable every single day. I don't want to jinx it, but I've been up at green every fucking day. I mean, I'll be up and down like $50,000, but shit, dude, I'm not down. And then when you get more experience, and then you can start fudging the rules yourself. This is by no means the best trade strategy in the world. This is actually not even that great. This just gets you there, guys. It gets you consistent, and that's my whole game. My whole game is if I make you consistent, this is your bread and butter. Every day you will make this money. Now, the question is, do you want to level up? And that's the next thing. Okay, we won't go into that today, but it makes sense, guys. I want you guys to get to the point where you have a consistent strategy. And the consistent strategy, this is a very hard trade, guys, but I just wanted to show you how I figured out the top, okay? And so if you're in the long, this is good for longs, okay? And good for shorts. Shorts is very scary because you don't want to be too early and chasing the top. But for a long, how do you know when to sell? You wait for it to exhaust itself. You can scale out using lines to scale out. I would have probably been out at 110. Like I would have been out here because the 108 was the resistance last time. I would have been out some of that there. Make sure you always sell some out at the high resistance, guys. Who knows? It could have hit 108 and never came back. Just like this day. Just like on 10/8, October 8th. It hit 108, fucking never came back. So it went from 108 down to 50 cents. Who the hell knew? I didn't know. Geniuses know, but I don't know. I'm not a genius. I'm just a normal dude that's trading off of high probability trades. And then who knew it went from 50 cents back to $1.14? You don't. So the only thing you do is work around the lines. And so when it broke past, and let's bring back this chart again. Let's reiterate this. This is very important. We haven't talked about ears yet. We nailed ears too. So here it is, guys. I looked at this chart. I'm like, holy crap, $1 is between $1 and $2 is like a huge gap, man. So that's called a gap fill. So that's a short. As a short, I'm like scared. I'm like, dude, if it breaks this, I'm out. So I'm not in much, man. I'm not in much at all. Where I'm in much is day 2. I don't like to do day 1 stuff because who the hell knows? But day 2 is pretty damn good. When the top, so the key for shorting is this. You need to know what the top is. In order to short and be confident. Oh, shoot. Everything just, hold on, guys. My computer just kind of freaked out on me. In order to short and be safe shorting, you need to know what the top is. Because once you know what the top is, then it's easy to scale in. But the $1 million question is, where is the top? Where is this top? We don't know. So you let it exhaust itself. And that's what we call the front side and the back side. It's a concept. It's a great thing. And if you figure out what the top and the bottom and the back side and the front side is, you're a billionaire. It's an art, guys. There is no exact science that figures it out. The only exact science is if you're a fucking guru. You go back in time through a historical chart and you hand wave, okay? Predicting this stuff with 100% accuracy is very difficult. And the only thing that I could do is have zones. Resistance lines, support line zones. And that's what my lines concept are teaching you. And once it breaks those lines, I don't really know what's going to go. Because there's no historical data to support this. So everything I'm doing is based upon historical data, guys. The past will predict the future. I hate using the word prediction because prediction means it's 100% fact. It's not. So I'm going to rename it and say the past guides the future. Because the moment you start talking about prediction, and if anybody talks about prediction, they better be a billionaire. They better be a damn billionaire if they talk prediction. Because if they are, they would put all their money into that shit and predict it. They don't. I see their fucking charts. They have fucking 4 prints. Look at my charts. I have like hundreds of prints. Yep. Engineers, we call it guesstimate. Guesstimation. The best thing you can do is make a calculated guess. An educated, calculated guess. Does that make sense, guys? So this is a very hard situation, but the learning lesson from AGRX, guys, this is a day 1 of a bounce. Be very fucking careful. Day 1 of a bounce is very dangerous. It will go back to the high sometimes and go more, like in this case. Okay, and so I avoided the thing, and I predicted. I hate that word, but that's what they say. Oh, I predicted this. I didn't predict anything, guys. I didn't fucking know that 113 where I placed the sales was the top. Who the hell know? I just put it in there because I'm like, please, 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 let that be the double top, and it was, because you know why? Based upon history, it usually double tops off of a parabolic. That when it does, it gives me a little wash for me to cover into. If I don't take the cover, I'm screwed. See, it went right back. All I'm looking for this trade. Remember, you predefine what your trade was. My trade was, I'm just making my 10-cent scalp off of the parabolic top, and I did that. And how do I know about the 10? Because the dollar was the support. I aim at the dollar because the dollar, I always usually say, I hate that word always. When I say always, it's like usually. It always is until it's usually not. But anyways, the dollar is usually like the support for this, because I've played this stock so many times, man. I've played so many pennies. So they support it around the dollar line on these pennies when they break. The dollar line is very important for a penny break. And yeah, take the profits along the way, man. Fuck it, I don't know. And so let's talk about ears. So I think we talked enough about AGRX. So the lesson here was, how do you determine the top? You wait for it to exhaust itself. I love seeing parabolics, dude. I love it. It means like, hey, man, the shorts got squeezed, the longs are selling, and when it hits the top, I want to be there. So when someone said, hey, what's the why are you shorting this? I'm not shorting this forever, man. I'm holding this just so I get this move, and then if you wanted to, this would have been the long side. It never hit my order, guys. My order was 98.8 for a long. It never hit. My long order for ears was 138, which is the 140 line. Let's take a look at that. So I'm always in the lines. This is how I trade, man. But once again, this is a disclaimer. This is how I trade, guys. This is not the Bible, man. There's so many other guys that are better traders, but I'm just teaching you guys what I know to be consistent every single day. And you can do this. So I put myself, so I noticed a 140, because every time I hit the 138, around 140, it bounced back up. So I had that as my buy if it had hit. And so when it went down during the midday like this, I was there, dude, but it never went down. It went down to as low as 143. That was it. 143. So I was catching at 138. It never went. And remember, when the 2 o'clock hits and it hits 138, I'm like, dude, I don't want it that time. It could be a trend reversal time. So stocks are going up during the zombie hour. Tends, in my observation, do a trend reversal around 2:30. On the 2 o'clock, 2:33. So around the 2:30 time, I'm like, dude, I'm not chasing this thing. Okay. So that is just my observation around that time. Trend reversal. Yeah, man, there's 2 big things you guys learned right now. This is all from my experience here, guys. So let's take a look at what I did for ears. Let's put ears here. Let me see. Everyone was gonna buy 138. Let's see if it works. Look at the time, 12 o'clock. I think it's still safe. But who the hell knows, man? Like I said, man, who the hell knows? You got a big wash. You got that one bounce. And the only thing I trust is that one bounce. That's why I call it the first bounce. The second bounce, and the third bounce, even more sketchy. So look what I did. I played it very safe, man. I even had the long hair on the ears. Remember I told you? Remember this is the first wash? So the ears in the morning had a first wash, which is around 9:30 at the open, whatever. So at the open, I'm waiting. I'm eating this thing. So I had a nice ass long. So I shorted the line, 150 line. Remember I told you? So look, I've been shorting 150 all day long, dude. Keep doing it until it doesn't work anymore. That's my motto. Keep doing it until it doesn't work anymore. So every time I hit there, I would short the 150 line. Then I would cover. Boom, boom. Dude, all day, dude. No fucking stress, no nothing. Taking my fucking scalps. And Alex is starting to believe, you know, these like, instead of getting a giant position and hoping it drops, dude, just get an average position and scalp around your position. So much money to be made during the open time, guys, because these stocks go up and down so much. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. So this is the front side of the ears move. I don't want to get caught holding a ton of position until the backside. Okay, once again, I don't know what the top is. Right now, the top is a 163. Okay, if it hits there again, I'm going to short it. Simple as that. I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to say, hey, what if he tricks me? It's just high probability, okay? It's just that the past is guiding my future trades. I'm not a genius, guys. This is not advanced technical analysis. This is just, dude, this is just what I've been doing for all these years, and it's been working. So, and it turns out, so now 160 is the resistance. Resistance lines are created based upon areas where it tops out. Basically, when the buying stops, when there are more sellers. Okay, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it supply, demand, whatever. But it all comes down to support and resistance. So if you have to learn something, guys, learn resistance and supports. So Google it. Stock charts, resistance, and support. And then you could learn about pivot lines. But the concept is the same. It's all lines, guys. And so let me figure out how ears happen, okay? These starts are getting very difficult now, so you have to be careful. So I went long in the morning on ears, and then I shorted. Because remember, on the top of the lines, I was short, and the bottom of the lines, I would buy long. So let's take a look at the ears. 1 year chart. So this is the 1 year chart on ears. Can't really tell anything. It's too big. I use then historical charts on Yahoo. You get prints. There's a bunch of services you can do. So ears, there's 1 year. I zoom into 6 months. I'm just trying to find the peaks, guys, to draw in my lines. That's all I'm doing. So I'm playing around with the timetables to see, So what I usually do is I look back 10 days. So here's a 10-day chart, guys, on ears. Notice, there's the only valuable information I see here is, dude, once it broke, this looks like AGRX. See that? Once it broke the top last week, boom, it just kept on going up. Very similar to AGRX. Let's take a look at that, actually. Look at that. Kind of similar, huh, guys? The peak went down, then boom. The peak went down, then boom. They're both similar pricing too. Look, ears and AGRX, dude. They start around like the 80 cents. It's crazy, right? What was I talking about? Ears. Okay, so what I did. It's tough, man. This is it wasn't easy. The only thing that made me money was, once again, shorting at the resistance lines. Let's bring that back up again. That's the only thing I can show you. Ears all day. That's all I did, man. Around the 150 line, I'm a dummy, man. I'm not gonna be able to predict what happens, but I know that once it hits these resistance lines, it's going to. The probability says there's a high chance that it's gonna retrace. So I'm just working my lines, guys. So the $1 million question is, how do you draw these lines? How do you come up with these fucking lines? They're pivot lines. Joe Kelly will show you how to set them up on your DOS chart. And then also Thinkorswim has these lines. They're called pivot lines. And then you draw your own lines. This is how you do it. Let me show you. AGRX. Let me just do this as an example. I'm trying to find something that has more lines so that we can draw. Oops. Oh, crap. Okay. So you take this. It's in your charting software, guys. You can draw lines. If you don't have a charting software, I don't want to mess with my charting software. You just fucking go here. I mean, this is how stupid it is, guys, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't need to be a technical wizard to draw these lines. So this is the extreme case of drawing the lines. See how stupid this is, guys? Just draw yourself on your software, man. Just, dude, seriously. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I mean, you can be as precise as you want, or, man, this is an art, guys. at this level, I'm not teaching you guys to make like a fucking $1 million a year. You can make $1 million. But I'm just saying at your level, based upon your small chart, I mean, your small bankroll, you're just trying to learn. I'm sure there are guys out here that are making $1 million. I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I'm trying to – these are just basics you can. When you learn the fundamental basics, then you can expand your playbook, and then you get more advanced, recycling shares and doing what I'm doing. Okay? Look what Alex did. You know, like shit, man. At that level, you know, all you need $4,000 a day is making you $1 million a year, guys. That's all it takes. $4,000 making you $1 million a day. You know, and when you think about it, man, it's not that hard. Knock on wood. If you stay disciplined. If you stay disciplined. Because a lot of times what's going to happen is this. I short over here. And then when it goes down, and I'm like, yeah, this is the top. Yeah. Or worse, let me take a look at this one, AGRX. So I located 50,000 shares of AGRX, guys. Think about that. 50,000 shares like a short. Because you know what? Why? Let's take a look at this. I'm talking about trader mentality now. This is how people die in this game. I located 50,000 shares of AGRX, meaning I could short 50,000 shares, which at the time was, you know, 20,000 shares, only 20,000 doesn't seem that much, you know. And so if you take a look at this AGRX, you think that 108 is the top. And so, or 90 cents. And so today, take a look at this. It stops. So I was like, cool. If you went all in, guys, thinking $1 was it because of past history, now you stuck 50,000 shares. You fucking just got killed. In this case, it wasn't that bad. Like you hold it here, it didn't kill you that much because the market now is weak. But in a stronger market like we used to have before, dude, you would get murdered. But the general markets, the Dow, all that is very weak right now. And so these stocks, that's another hint too, man. You take a look at the general markets, they usually don't affect us as much. Small caps are lagging. Usually they lag the markets, but the strength is still like, dude, noticeably weaker, man. Like this thing was a violent move, but it was only 90 cents to $1.10, right? Back in the day, this thing would just rip your head off. It would just keep going. So you have to, you know, you look at the general feel of the markets and you feel like, hey, man, people are scared. There's not much money. But like I said, man, if this is day one, so these are things you be careful about. I am okay with taking the move. So I took the fucking move to 88 cents here. I showed the print on Twitter. All this stuff I showed on Twitter. That's it, you know. Now I waited for the parabolic top, and I did. Same thing with ears, dude. I just scalped over and over. There's no magic, guys. Seriously. I picked a line. I found a line. I know it's 150 was a big resistance. Every time I hit 150, it would drop. So I was all there. I joined in the crowd. I did the opposite. People were trying to buy 150 to break it up, to break the 150 line. All I did was sold into the line. I sold into resistance. There's a lot of strategies. Break the resistance. It will pop. So what we do is this, guys. We don't attack on the short side. We do not attack the inner lines because that's true. So this is like 95 was a resistance. So it blew past like crazy. This is the inner lines. You have to be, I was kind of scared because this was past at 1030. So there's a lot of things that going through your head. First of all, what time is it? The reason, once again, the reason why timing is important, guys, it's the liquidity issue. That's all it is. It dries up. People are trading extensively at the open. Then an hour into it, they stop trading. Call it coincidence or which is human nature. What the hell it may be. It could be algos. I mean, I'm not the king of algos. I don't really know. All I know is at that time, liquidity dries up. That's all you need to know. When liquidity dries up, there is no more supply. I'm trying to use different terms here. So it kind of hits you, you know. So when liquidity dries up, what happens is there's no supply, meaning not many people are selling. So when there's not many people selling, whoever has the shares can put the shares for sale, whatever they want. And so that's why this kind of move happens, guys. The algos shrink the liquidity down to nothing. It shrinks it down to nothing. And so they screw you. So look at the volume. Heavy volume. Now is very little volume followed by 1 million bar. A 1 million volume bar. Yep, that sounds smart. So I'm using these words. But at the end of the day, guys, it's basically fucking zombie, man. 10:30, I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking walking away. Now I'm on a hooroo. Oh, this is the supply has ran out, guys, and so it compressed, and now it ran up. I mean, this is all true. I am not a PhD, guys, and I'm pretty sure you guys are not as well. I'm sure some of you are. Maybe you can teach me. I need help. But you know, there's some guys that are really smart about this. I'm not making fun of those guys. I'm just saying, like, I'm a dummy. This is not me making fun of enemy. I'm saying I'm a dummy. People think I'm a genius, but you know what I do well? I am a pattern trader. I recognize patterns very well. And that is my gift in life, guys. So when I'm doing those SAT questions and those IQ tests and shit, and like what comes next in the pattern, I'm fucking very good. So I always said trading is about pattern recognition. I recognize these patterns. The underlying mathematics and science behind it, I may not know, dude. I don't know. But I recognize my patterns, and it just so happens in lines, right? And so now if I was a hooroo, I can come back and now explain all this shit. You see the volume kind of like it's got smaller. And then the algos took over and then ran up to 1 million bar. And then now, you know. But you know what? At the end of the day, guys, it's a zombie. It's a fucking zombie. You got fucking zombie if you held this shit. And if you went long at the zombie hour, 90 was a support line, guys. If I was a better trader, you know what I would do? Right now, I'm a good trader because I avoid getting caught. Knock on wood. I avoid getting caught. If I was a good trader, I would go long. I'm not a good trader, guys. You don't have to be a good trader to make money. You have to be a disciplined trader to make money. I'm not a good trader, guys. If I was fucking good, I would fucking buy this shit 90 cents. I reacted too slow. I don't have the balls. I don't have enough technical experience to actually fucking realize that this was actually doing. All I'm doing now is talking out my ass as a hooroo and saying, see, I knew it. But at the end of the day, I don't fucking know it, guys. I know that the zombie is coming. I don't give a fuck because I can't tell what direction it is. I'm a dummy. I made my money. I got the fuck out. Ears. I don't know what the fuck it's going to do. All I know is I see 150 being rejected all the time, so I keep scalping until the zombie hour. Zombie hour happens, I got the fuck out. And sure enough, at 10:30, it fucking zombied from 130 something, like this area here. It trapped down and then boom, went up 160. That's all I know. You don't have to be a genius, guys. You just need to fucking be disciplined and recognize these patterns. Make sense, guys? This one pissed me off. ACRX. Let's take a look at that. ACRX. I was actually pretty big for this thing. So ACRX, I was actually, remember in the morning, pre-market, it was, the support line was like 480, remember? So none of these lines change, man. These lines do change over the course of the day. And they do change based upon the time frame. So let's take a look at this ACRX. Let's do a 3-day. So they do change. It was like 480 in the morning. Now it's at 466. So let me move back what I did on this. I screwed this up, dude. My entries are very good. Like I told you, I'm not a good trader, man. I'm trying to work on this shit. I read some shit. Someone was like, hey, man, ACRX is trapping. So that got to my mind. I was like, fuck, okay. This is trapping. So I got the fuck out. Then I look over and it's down. So ACRX was one of my plays. So I played ACRX, ears, and AGRX. It's weird, man. I don't know why these stocks always run together. Is it a typo or some shit? AGRX, ACRX, people typo. I have fucking no clue. I think the algos did a typo. I don't know. But there's no reason for AGRX to be killing people today, the shorts. I think it's a typo. But so in the morning I went along. I saw so much resistance at $5. I just got the hell out. Remember I showed you got print. And then this is where I fucked up, guys. This okay, so this is a good lesson for you guys. Fucking ACRX, man. $5 was the fucking line I told you guys. 480 and $5 and 520. All day I said that. So I'm trading ears. I'm trading the other stock. And I turn around like, fuck. So I got FOMO. So I took some nibbles here at the 4. I don't know why, man. I was just fucking around. It wasn't much size. So I'm like, okay, how much more can it go up? So I got FOMO. So I entered the 470 line. Then all of a sudden, fucking, it spikes up to $5. I'm like, what the fuck? So a cutesy little nibble turned into, okay, I got averaged down a ton at $5 line now. So which I did. So I ended up a bigger position I wanted. It happened to be the right move. But if I had not had FOMO and I got fucking trapped like a fucking idiot, like a newbie, when I said all along, 5 was the fucking line. 5 is the line. Why would I be entering a 470, you dummy? Because I'm like, dude, look, it's going to feel the gap down. I don't want to miss the move. Holy crap, it's going to go. And what I did, of course it did this. It always does this, guys. It fakes out, goes back up, cleans that out, and then it drops down. So my average is okay. It was 480 at the end of the day. 480 something, 485, 486, something like that. So at the end of the day, when I added all this up, my average was 486. Which is, wow, it's fucking good. It's like up 50 cents. So when it went down, I was like, so my average should be like around $5, man, 490s. I'm a very exact, this is where I need to work on this, dude. I need to be able to like have a little fudge factor, but this is just the way I trade. This is my personality, guys. I mean, there's different, I'm kind of pissed off because I didn't think it's going to die like this today. So now I'm fucking pissed. I'm waiting for the zombie up. So my average was actually 46, which is not bad. In hindsight, this is fucking good. I had a decent sized position. It's just the fact that I got faked in the beginning down here. I didn't want to get faked again, guys. This is why I fucked up. If I didn't take these orders, I'd still be holding the stock. I'd be making nice 50 cents on this shit. Entry is everything, guys, in this game. I keep repeating it. Entry is everything. Just because you have a good average does not mean that you're mentally going to fucking hold this shit. If you fuck up like I did, based upon FOMO, if you screw up, it's going to wreck your mind. And it wrecked my mind because what happened was this. I shorted thinking it's going to go down. But that was the trap area in the morning. The 460s, it went down 450s, then it went all the way to $5, guys. From 460 to $5. So when it went back down here, I took it off. Because I'm like, it's not going to get me again. It got me once in the morning, so it'll get me again. You see how it fucks your brain? If I had not taken these stupid entries, this is just my starter. It's tiny. It doesn't fucking matter. I pretty much tripled up here. Because that was the true entry, guys. I'd be sitting pretty, man. I would not be scared about this being fake. The only reason I'm scared about being fake because I got faked out in the morning, guys. I screwed up myself. You see how mental shit fucks up? So entering stuff early, nibbling shit early is a detriment in the long term. Detriment is bad for you, man. Because when you're right, you're going to get out early. When you're wrong, you're dead. There's no winning. I made money on this stock, but in the long run, I would lose money. I should not have entered this shit. I'm so fucking mad at myself. Because when I entered this shit, I was like, fuck, it faked me out. And so when I went back down to this level, mentally, I got faked out again. I covered it. Just because I made money does not make a good trade. This is a horrible trade. I fucked up. I don't know how the hell I made money on this. Because, man, this sucker had went up to 550. I'm screwed. I would be in so much pain. I would not add. I had one more ad at 520, and that's it. But still, when the time I hit that, dude, I don't want to be down that much, It's just stupid, man. When I say $5 and 520, $5 is the line, guys. And it came back to $5, man. The 503. I nailed the ads. I showed it. I nailed the ads. Let me show that again. Pisses me the fuck off. Because I fucking traded this thing so poorly, guys. See? Look at this, dude. I had great fucking positions, dude. I added a ton up there. 503 was the top. $5 line. Why did I take those early entries? If I did not take those early entries, I'd be sitting pretty. I would have topped it, and then it would never, ever bounce back up there. I could recycle my shares, hold a core position, and still be in the stock right now. I fucked up. It fucked up my mind. So once again, this is a learning lesson, guys. Entry is very important, not just because of the average. Average doesn't mean shit. It's your mental state. I had a great average, 486, guys. Great average. It could have been better. It could have been 490s. But 10 cents is not that much off, right? 486 I had. Decent size. Added a bunch up here, right at the top. The problem is my mental state. When I went back down to 460, I'm like, aha, I'm not going to get fooled again. I covered it. And now, fuck, dude. I have nothing left except I'm a dumb ass. Top tick this shit. Minimize the fuck out of it. And look like a dumbass. All because I entered too early. Once again, very important lesson. Entry is everything. It's not just the average. It's your mental state. It's the psychology of this. If I was a fucking robot, I would be holding this shit because robot would not be scared when it came down here because technically it's going to break down. But mentally, I couldn't do it, dude. I'm like, dude, it fooled me once. What if it fucking went back up? So all this shit is going in my head. I broke my plan, guys. My plan was this. Enter at $5. Wait for it to come to 432. You see this pivot line? $5. Wait for it to come up. So start taking gains along the way. So I would have shorted at $5. Start taking gains at the 460s. This line, 460s. And then held some, added some on the pop. Took some more 430s, 440 line. Recycled my shares. Went up pretty nice. Perfect trade. Instead, I got in early. That's the only thing. My average is great, guys. My average is fucking phenomenal. If I had entered at 480 and my average is lower for 40, so I screwed up and I got 486, right? So screwing up, I got 486. If I just did a smaller size, but started like higher, but my average lower, I'd still be in it because mentally I would not be scared at 460s. The fact that I went at 460s and it faked me out in the morning fucking scared me. Affected my mental state. And this is why trading is so difficult. Because not only do you have to get the perfect entry price, you have to deal with your mental anxieties, dude. I have mental anxiety, which I'm a normal trader, you know? I'm not the fucking robotic trader. Look at this. 740 is coming up, guys. Let's take a look and see how we can play this. And better. So 450 line. Let me put in some orders. See, I didn't have any FOMO. So now if it goes to 760, I'm cool. I'm not scared. You see how important entry is, guys? Entry is everything. I'm going to stop there because that's a very important concept. Do you understand what I did? I screwed up on the ACRX trade. It's not my average. My average is phenomenal, 486. Off a very decent size, guys. Let me take a look at these comments. So Bao, draw his lines on where he sees support, or is it something charting upon? So the pivot lines are drawn automatically. These are drawn. And like I told you, man, Joe Kelly can help you with this. He figured a way to add it on DOS and Think or Swim too, man. So you can get these lines. These lines are based upon calculations. You can Google and get the formula. So someone already posted the formula. And the rest are lines between in lines. So there's no lines up here, but it's obvious $5 is a resistance line. Because here you draw a line. I showed you guys on Paint how to draw this line. So $5. So that was my line. I don't need a software to tell me $5 is the resistance, guys. You take a look at the previous day, the previous chart, draw the damn line on the top. And that's your resistance. Simple as that. I can eyeball it in like a second. And over time, you guys will be able to eyeball it in a second as well. So if I had waited, man, this would be a killer ass trade, man. Trust me on that. Fuck. At least I would have been crying, covering, I'm just pissed. like I said, let's take a look at this. Why am I pissed? Not because I didn't make money, guys. Money don't mean shit. I traded so poorly, and I got lucky. This son of a bitch didn't go 550 and kill me. I tripled up at $5 here. And when we went back down, I took all the covers down to 460. See, I even covered earlier, dude, at 470s here because I was fucking scared. I was like, oh man, I'm seeing some money now. I was down, I was seeing some money, took some off and held some and took. I was like, screw it, I'm taking all. And next you know, boom, of course, because my mental state's messed up. I'm just a normal fucking guy, man, has all these anxieties. And so the way to cure the anxiety, I'm telling you, is entry, man. Entry is very important. If you get a very good entry, missing it is better, man. Just miss the damn trade. If it doesn't get to your levels, just miss the damn trade. And if you keep missing the levels, that means your levels of entry starter are too high. So lower it a little bit. I'm not talking about lowering it all the way down. Just lower it to the next line. Go from line to line and find out what is the probability of each line hitting. You can use Fibonacci for this too. Google Fibonacci. That's a great way to do it. A lot of people say, I'm just gonna use Fibonacci. That's what futures guys use a lot. Algos use that. Futures, you know, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy when everyone goes to the same thing. But with all self-fulfilling prophecies, some smart-ass algo, some smart guy like me is going to take advantage of that. So nothing ever works if everyone's doing it, right? But what are the price intervals? Has 50-cent intervals. That's it, man. So MBEV, let's take a look at the MBEV. 750. I hope it hits. How did I come with 750? Because here, 10-day chart. The resistance was 750. I keep going back, guys. I keep going back time frames until I hit a time frame that shows me a peak, and that becomes your resistance. What we could do, Alex, is have a chart class. Maybe we can hold that. That'd be a great thing for a Saturday Q&A. Alex is good about this. So I wake up every morning. Alex is the guy that gave me these numbers, so he can tell you how he got these numbers, these lines. So I think that'd be very good. But the whole concept revolves on these levels, and I'm telling you, man, I figured it out. The secret to cure your mental FOMO is to wait, man. You have to have a good entry. If you fuck up your entry, nothing good is ever gonna happen. I'm not a robot. If you're a better robot, then you're good. But I'm like normal guys, dude. I'm fucking pissed off all the time, and so just wait for the lines. If it doesn't hit, man. You move on. If you set it too high, it's like then you can change it and you tweak it, but never ever chase, man. Chasing may work once in a while, but man, when it doesn't work, you're fucking dead, guys. At this level, it's capital preservation. Save, it's like you want to preserve your capital because most of you guys are not trading with a giant account. I can. The reason I get in early, this is another doll, man, because I have money to burn, and so I'm gonna nibble. But then what happens? I realize is like, dude, it's not the average, guys, because I can keep averaging. I tripled up at $5 and got myself out of the position, but I shouldn't be doing that shit. I shouldn't be like wasting my bullets, man, even though I have a lot of bullets. Trade it correctly. If I trade it properly without FOMO, I would maximize my money. And that's the lesson today, guys. The best lesson you learned today is entry is very important, not just because of the price, because of the mental psychology. Make sense, guys? Yep. That's what it is, guys. And how do you know when to cover or sell? Line to line, guys. Just do line to line. Takes a lot of the guesswork out of when to enter and when to exit. Go from line to line. Look at this chart on ACRX, man. Fuck. I could have got out at 466. Look at this line right here, 432. So basically we're on the 430 area, dude. What's the low of the day? 430. Just no brainer. You can also set this up through Fibonacci. Draw the line, it'll give you the percentage, and Google that. So those are the two things. A lot of people trade off just straight Fibonacci. Hits those zones, just start, those are the areas. So I call those lines the areas of interest. Just be honest, I don't know if it's a long or a short. I'm not going to tell you it's short or long. I'm just saying those are the areas of interest. The outer lines are the top of the lines where, man, it's going to be exhausting. To get from here to here, it's just like walking up a hill, man. Eventually people drop out. You're going to be the only guy up the hill, And so the higher you go up, the more chance it's going to drop. It's gravity, man. Okay, what else did we do here? So that's it. We covered it. So AGRX is still hovering around that 108. You see how crazy it is? 108 AGRX is from October 9, guys. October 9 time. Take a look at this. October 9. Let's take a look at the high. Just to show you how crazy. Here it is. 110 high was 110. This tick here was 110. And look at this. Right back around the 10. So it's hovering around the resistance. 230, let's see what happens, man. I might hit this thing at 110, 114. What it may do is this. There's a couple of scenarios it could do. It could sell off. It could break 114, hit 117, 120. And everyone's going to stop out 120 and go long, hoping $2 will come. And that'll be the top. So there's a lot of scenarios that could play out. But dude, why do you want to risk? I risk because I'm like, I've been doing this for a while, but take the easier trades, guys. Zombie would have worked on all the plays we traded it today. This is not a zombie. This is fucking a downtrending. This is the anti-zombie. So you could have shorted. You could just chase it anyway, but that's all hindsight shit, dude. This because of the zombie, because the float rotated, 21 million shares. Ears, 41 million. Perfect candidate at 10:30 time frame for the zombie. That's how you can also tell. Hooroo shit once again, but you can use this. So volume is huge at the open. I like to trade with a huge volume because you can't be manipulated. It's very hard to manipulate fucking huge volume. But when it starts to, you see this, the volume was nothing, guys. So when the volume gets down, when it's rotated, get in long. This is a strategy I've been looking at too, guys. When the volume on over-rotated low float stocks starts to shrink down to nothing, it means supply has run out at that level. There's no one buying or selling. This is what I'm saying. I don't want to use that word because I'm not an expert on supply and demand shit, but I like to sound smart. But if you want to play the dumb game, like I'm dumb, so the volume goes down to nothing. It squeezes up because it's over rotated, guys, and it's still uptrending. Makes sense? If it's downtrending, does not work, obviously. What's downtrending means there's more supply. There are more sellers than buyers. That's about it. Right now, there's more buyers than sellers. That's why it's going up. Stocks that go up have more buyers than sellers. That's the whole supply demand theory. Whispering. Send me your money. Send me nudes. No. Whispering. Nudes, noodles, bitches, nudes. Not nudes. Nudes as in noodles. Noods. Send me. It's about lunchtime. I'm hungry, man. It's 12:45 right now. I'm hungry. Send me nudes, noodles. Pho. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop there and take any questions. So let's talk about this, okay? So so this is good. I'm gonna save this. You guys can watch this replay again. And so the concepts, I'm gonna review the concepts once more. Parabolic top. I just waited for the stock to create the top, and then once the top hit, I anticipated a double top. I put my short there. That's it. Waited for the drop, covered. What the hell's that noise? ACRX. The lesson here is FOMO kicked my ass. I made money, but I traded like shit because I got scared. Okay, so don't have FOMO. Entry is very important for your psychology, not just your average. And AGRX, what was the lesson? The lesson is use the past. 10:30 once again, zombied your ass. That could have been a zombie play that we could have went long. I just don't want to mess with it anymore. This is like, I'm waiting for 230 to hit and see what it does. But once again, these two were zombie candidates because of what? Let's take a look. Look at the volume. It kind of shrink down, but it's tough. And they always shrink down. It's kind of misleading because volume always shrinks down, guys, around that time. The difference is this is a very hard stock to predict, to be honest. AGRX. I would never predict this shit. I just got lucky. I got out in time. That's because I was scared at 10:30 for this. This is not a kind of bad example because who predicted this million bar? Okay, so I'm not gonna use this as an example. It worked out this time, but I mean, this is very hard to predict. The ears was more predictable. We predicted it in the chat. I just didn't go along. Alex got scared and left the fucking house. Volume, overly rotated like a ton. They squeezed down to nothing and popped up. This was, if I had more conviction, I don't trade this type of things, but the guys that are trading longs, you see these observations, you could use this observation to make money, guys. And a lot of guys in the room are doing this, the zombie rule, guys. Find overly rotated stocks that have the float being rotated several times, still on the uptrend. Notice I didn't even talk about VWAP, guys. I don't fucking, to be honest, I never looked at VWAP on any of these today. I looked at the lines. And then if I wanted to, I could look at the VWAP to confirm certain things. But I don't make my trades off of VWAP. That's just me. If you can do this consistently, I don't think it's consistent, guys. I don't think trading off of VWAP is consistent. VWAP is, in my opinion, a secondary, which confirms the lines. If it's downtrending, I'm looking at the VWAP. Okay, people are underwater. I don't trade off VWAP. Personally, I do not trade off VWAP. I think Alex should be using lines in conjunction with VWAP because VWAP, there's a ton of different VWAPs, guys. Algos are pegging on different VWAPs, okay? VWAPs is just like a level 2, man. You think you got it down, and then VWAP needs to be used with other things, guys. It just cannot be used by itself. Good. Find what works for you. AGRX just fucking zombied everybody. Look at that shit. I mean, I'm content with what I made in the morning. I cannot trade at 2:30. It's up to you. But the point is, you trade when the opportunity is in your favor. Right now, I'm waiting for MBEV to hit 750. It didn't hit. It's hit 732. I was short. So to me, this is an easier trade. This shit, I don't fucking know. I'm going to fucking leave it alone. This shit, I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. Please go to day 2, and then we will see what's up day 2. I'm the kind of guy that likes to, I don't want to fight the big guy day 1. I let other guys try to fight them, and then they get killed, and then these monsters get tired day 2, and then that's when I come in. I don't want to be a hero, guys. I'm cool with the guy that does the cheap shot at the end for stocks, that is. Oh yeah, okay. A couple of things, and then we'll end the daily recap. We started the MAP program. For those that didn't see my I'm going to post. I didn't get a chance yet to upload. So I did a Instagram live where we talked about a new program we're doing at MIC called MAP, Member Appreciation Program. And there's a channel that you can add called Member Appreciation. So the whole concept, I'm going to post it. I don't want to repeat again because we talked about it. I'm going to post my Instagram live I did yesterday. But the whole concept is we want to not reward. We want to appreciate. We want to tell you we appreciate you. Okay. And that's a member appreciation. It's like a loyalty program. I hate using the word loyalty. It seems like we're bribing. We're not. It's just me being very appreciative. Us as a team, everybody at MIC, very appreciative of the help that you guys are doing for the community. Because this club will never be able to be ran by 4 guys. My whole concept around the club is member focus. That's why I specifically called it a club. No one's ever called it a club before we did, right, guys? Everyone called it a chat, just called it a service. We're the very first ones to call it a club because I truly believe that. It's member-based. How do you run such a big organization like this unless it's member helping members? And so that's why I want to give back and say, hey, thank you. And so we posted the first map, member appreciation. And just, there's no contest, guys. This is an ongoing thing that we see. If you're not on this list, doesn't mean that you didn't help. Seriously. It's just like, dude, I can't, it's like we have to limit it. I limited it to 20. Seriously, I limited it to 20. I told them, give me 20. We came back at 26, 28, and then 30. I was like, oh, we forgot who. I was like, we could literally add everybody. But, that doesn't mean that you didn't do a good job or anything. It just means like, hey, man, we appreciate. And then, you know what, man, next time, you get on the list. That's how it works. The prizes we gave are just random, just basically whatever I like to use, I'm gonna give. So it's not a promotion, it's not a contest. This is just like, dude, this is how society should be, man. You appreciate someone and you show it, because we're family here. Seriously, that's what it is, man. You don't need to wait till Christmas or Thanksgiving to say I love you or I appreciate you, right? It should be a daily thing. These are the high hopeful goals I had when I launched MIC, and that it's called a member appreciation. Who knows? For Christmas, we could get a good computer. We gave some sick ass prizes. Let me look. Let me see what we gave. Now you see what the hell I ordered. All sorts of shit. So this is one thing we gave. See, I'm giving stuff I use, guys. This is, I'm not bullshitting. So we gave this to like 28 people. It's cheap, but dude, this is the best fucking charger I've ever used. I have like 10 of them in my house. I give them to everybody because, dude, this charges my phone so fast. So fast, faster than, and I can sleep with it. I can carry it around. It's so small too. It's like a lipstick. So I'm giving stuff that I like to use myself. And then we bought this monitor too, 32-inch, guys. We gave Tony and Joe this. Just random, man. I appreciate them helping. Joe helped with the sound a lot. He's helping people pivot lines. And Tony, man, I've seen him for 4 years. He's like, he's helping people now on Twitter. It's like, dude, I see phenomenal growth. And the reason I'm giving this monitor, because I use this. You can rotate this vertically, guys. And so all you need is like 2 of these or 3 of these. You're set. You got the whole big ass screen, dude. So those starting out want to buy a monitor, I would suggest this monitor. It's cheap too. I mean, relatively cheap, right? I know that it's like 4K stuff is too small for my eyes, guys. That's why I like to use this resolution here. This is a very good resolution. You don't want super high resolution. The numbers are too small. You get 3 of these, you rotate it on the vertical. And so the key here is the stand. Not many of these have the stand that you can rotate vertically. This one has. And that's the key. Buying a stand that rotates costs you money too, but this one supports it, and you flip it, it turns it automatically. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty not that expensive. This replaces 2 monitors, guys. So you get 3 of these, you got pretty much a badass system. 2 of them, you have a badass system. It's like having 4 monitors. One of these monitors is like having 2. So that's what it is, man. I'm like, dude, I appreciate you guys for helping. So it's just us showing our appreciation, guys, and it's an ongoing thing. The next one is the meetup in New York, and that's because we're gonna get tickets for the New York Stock Exchange. How cool is that? I'm trying to get as many as I can, but I don't know how many we're gonna get. So wherever we get, dude, we're gonna give back to our members, dude. It's just the beginning, guys. We are coming to Europe. Hopefully, I want to go next spring to Europe. Because it's too cold. But New York, we're going to be there, guys. We're going to throw a meetup free for everybody. So the key is, if you want to throw a meetup, guys, we're not there all the time. So in your local area, community, let us know. Let Alex know. Don't hit me up. I don't respond to private messages. It's very hard for me. I have so many. But hit Alex, Nico, or Tasha up. A lot of big stuff coming, guys. I appreciate you guys all. So, and we're only 7 weeks into it, and I think this is phenomenal. Lead by example, guys. That's all I'm doing. No one will believe it. We didn't sell any DVDs, right? we might be the only idiots. This is not about the money, guys. If I wanted to make money, you guys will all be buying my DVD. I guarantee you, $1,000 each, you guys would just fucking put it. Instead, I gave you guys every time I do daily recap. That's a fucking DVD in itself, guys. The stuff you learned today in this daily recap is unfun. In my opinion, man, no one knows this shit. If they do, they can't articulate it. And if they do, they're not going to share it with you. Why would they share it to you? You're their competition. So, well, guys, any other questions? I'm going to let you guys go back to work. I might hit the hill. I'm going to go back to the hill now. If you guys want to join me on IG Live at the hill, Val versus the granny. I'm going to find my granny. All right, guys, I'm going to record this stuff, upload these videos, and then head on out to the hill. I'm going to stop this share right now.